Aṣṭama-yāma-sādhana, Rātri-līlā, Prem Bhajan Sambhog, from midnight to 3.5 praharas of the night, approximately 12 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. Text 1. Steadiness in perfection, that is, one-pointed dependence on Krishna, is described in Shiksha-Astak 8. Ashlishlya va padaratam pinashtu mam, adarshanam marma hatam karotu va, yatha tatha va vidhatau lampato, mat pranathastu eva sanaparaha. Let that debauchee, Krishna, tightly embrace this maid servant, who is devoted to serving him, and thus delight me, or let him trample me under his feet, or break my heart by not giving me his darshan. He may do whatever he desires. Even if he sports with his other beloveds directly in front of me, he is still my Prannath. In my heart, there is none other than him. Ami Krishna Pada Dasi, Tiho Ras Sukha Rashi, Alingya Kare Atmasad, Kiva na Dei Darshan, Na Jane Mor Tanuman, Tabu Tiho Mor Prananath. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. In relation to this text, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante-Leela 20.49 to 52 states, Sakhi he, shun mor maner nischay, kiva anurag kare, kiva dukh diya mare, mor praneshwar Krishna anya nay, chhadi anya narigan, mor vash tanuman, mor saubhagya prakat kariyay. Ta sabare din pida, ama sane kare kida, se nari gane dekhaiya, kiva teho lampad, shat dhrishta sakapad, अन्य नारीगणे करे साथ, मोर दीते मन पीड़ा, मोर आगे करे कीड़ा, तबु तीहो मोर प्राणनाथ. न गनी आपन दुख, सबे वांछी तार सुख अमार कर्तव्य, मोरे यदि दिले दुख, तार हैले महासुख, से दुख मोर सुख वर्जे. Srimati Radhika said, Sakhi, I am a maid servant of the lotus feet of Rasik Shekhar Shri Krishna, who is an ocean of happiness. He may make me joyful by tightly embracing me, or he may trample me beneath his feet. He may make me happy by mercifully giving me his darshan, or he may break my heart by not appearing before me. He may not understand my inner desires. Nonetheless, he is my Prannath, the Lord of my life. Sakhi, I have decided that he may love me and display my fortune by abandoning other beautiful ladies in order that he can be controlled by me. He may make them unhappy by sporting with me in front of them, or he may be deceitful, arrogant, duplicitous and debauched, and just to provoke me, he may torment me by sporting before me with other ladies. Still, he and only he is my Prannath. I am not slightly concerned for my own suffering. I only desire his happiness always. The goal of my life is to make him happy in every way. If he feels happiness by giving me distress, that distress is my great happiness. Text 2. A devotee who remembers these pastimes is transcendental, being filled with eternity, knowledge and bliss. Sat Chit Anand, just like Bhagavan. A Vaishnav's body is not different from Shri Krishna's body. In this regard, in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.29.34, Shri Krishna says to Uddhava, Martyo yada tvakta samasta karma, nivedi atma vichikrishto me, tadamritam tvam pratipadaya mano, mayatma bhuyaya cha kalpate vai. When a person abandons all fruitive activities and fully surrenders himself to me, he becomes a recipient of special prem. This is a result of my merciful treatment towards him. I release him from old age and grant him entrance into my eternal pastimes, where he serves me eternally. Sarva karma tyagiya mor atma nivediya, ye kare amar sevan. अमृत्व धर्मपान लीला मध्य प्रवेशिया अमा सहे करे रमन. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. Having explained Sambandha Tattva, the Jiva's relationship with Bhagwan, Abhideya Tattva, the process to attain the supreme goal, and Prayojan Tattva, the supreme goal, to his dear devotee Uddhav, here Bhagwan Shri Krishna describes the situation of a pure devotee who is exclusively surrendered to him. As a mortal Jiva wanders throughout this material existence, he attains the association of Shri Krishna's eternal associates according to the extent of his Sukriti. Due to his association with pure devotees, the devotee relinquishes the desire for Nitya Karma and Nimittik Karma, daily and occasionally prescribed duties, sense enjoyment and liberation, and he cultivates pure bhakti. The darkness of his ignorance is removed by the light of bhakti, just as darkness is removed by the light of the sun. The devotee then serves Bhagwan with a full sense of possessiveness, mamata, towards him, and Bhagwan bestows upon that devotee a spiritual body appropriate for rendering eternal service to him. That means he bestows a body, quality, activities, service and so on according to the particular mood of the sadhaka. As a result of associating with Swajatiya Snigdha Ashya Bhaktas, affectionate devotees who are of the same mood as himself and more advanced, the sadhaka who is endowed with Madhurya Rati attains a desire in his heart to render service in the amorous mellow, and by practicing bhakti and by the mercy of the devotees, he attains the state of perfection, Siddh Avastha. Such a devotee performs his sadhana eternally under the guidance of Lalita and other Sakhis, and by their mercy he receives bodily features equal to those of Nitya Siddha Manjaris, and also obtains the pleasure of directly rendering Kunj Seva in Shri Brajadham. After this attainment of Sarupa Siddhi, the Jiva achieves Vastu Siddhi, and for eternity serves Shri Radha in the eternal land of Vrindavan. Such service is only attained by sadhakas in Madhurya Rati. It is not attained by others. Text 3. Steadiness in bhajan is described in Manushiksha 2. Na dharmam na dharmam shruti gana niruktam kil kuru braje radha krishna prachur paricharjyame ihya tanu Sachi sunum Nandeshwar pate sutatve guruvaram Mukund prishtave smar param ajasram nanu manaha. O my dear mind, please do not perform either the dharma which produces piety or adharma which gives rise to sin that are mentioned in the Shrutis. Rather, render profuse loving service to Shri Radha Krishna Yugal, who the Shrutis have ascertained to be supremely worshipful above all others and the topmost truth. Always remember Sachinandan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is endowed with the sentiments and bodily lustre of Shri Radha, knowing him to be non-different from Shri Nandanandan, and always remember Shri Gurudev, knowing him to be the most dear to Shri Mukunda. Shruti Ukta Dharma Dharm Vidhi Nisheda Karma Kar Chhadi Bhaj Radha Krishna Pad Gaurange Shri Krishna Jan Guru Krishna Prishtaman E Bhav Tomar Sampad. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. Dharma and adharma are defined in the Shrutis and literature pursuant to the Shrutis, such as the Smritis. Every activity a person performs falls into one of these two categories. If people were prohibited from performing dharma and adharma, it would be impossible for them to live a moment more. Therefore, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has not prohibited all of the activities performed by the sense organs. Those who are ignorant are meant to perform dharma and auspicious activities, whereas learned jivas who have attained knowledge of their spiritual identity are instructed to act on the platform of Atmarati or Krishna Rati. In other words, they are instructed to perform loving service to Shri Radha Krishna Yugal. The sadhaka should perform all his activities in a mood of service to Bhagwan. Householder devotees should worship deities at home and perform the activities of earning money, maintaining their family members, and protecting their assets and home as service to their Lord. One should consider oneself a mere servant of the Lord. Text 4. Srila Sanatana Goswami's mood of humility is reflected in the following statement, which is imbued with a firm hope. Asha Bandha, characteristics of a Jat-Rati Bhakta devoted to bhajan. This verse is quoted by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.3.35. Na prema shavanadi bhaktir api va yogo atha va vaishnavo jnanam va shubha karmam va kyod aho sajjatir api astiva hinarthadika sadake tvai tathapi ached mool sati he gopijan vallabh vyathyate haha mad esha eva mam. My heart is devoid of prema for you, and I am not qualified to perform bhakti by hearing and chanting. I possess no knowledge, pious activities, or qualification of a Vaishnava, nor have I taken birth in a high-class family. I am, therefore, unqualified in every respect. Nevertheless, O beloved of the gopis, your mercy also falls upon the lowest of the low. This firm hope of attaining you is making me very anxious. Shavanadi bhakti prema bhakti yogahin ज्ञान योग कर्महीन सजनम विहीन कंगालेर नाथ तुमी राधा प्राण धन तोमा पदे दृढ़ आशे व्याकुलित मन. Bhajan Rasya Vritti. Humility is the foundation of bhakti, and it is by humility that bhakti increases. Srila Sanatana Goswami defines humility as follows. When a person has all good qualities, but feelings arise in his heart of being unqualified, wretched, and inferior, this is called humility. In other words, humility is the utmost anxiety to attain Bhagwan. A person with humility is without false ego, even though he possesses all good qualities. Only humility can attract Krishna's mercy, and genuine humility only appears when prema is fully ripe. To attain such humility, the Jat-Rati Sadhaka prays, O Pranvallabh, I have no attachment for you, and am incapable of performing Shravan and the other practices in the ninefold path of devotion. My meditation is not unbroken like that of the Gyanis. I do not perform service according to Varnashrama. I have not taken birth in a high-class family, and I have not performed any pious activities. My hope is solely dependent on your mercy, which all the Mahajans glorify. You are the master of the wretched, and you bestow your mercy upon them. Srila Sanatana Goswami possesses all virtues, yet filled with humility, he spoke this verse. Although a Jat-Rati Sadhaka performs abundant service, he thinks, I perform no service at all. The sadhaka's only desire is to perform prema seva, pure bhakti that is devoid of karma and jnana. This is Surup Siddha Bhakti, and it is attained only through Shravan, Kirtan, and so forth. If a person is too attached to fruitive activities, whatever little devotion is in his heart disappears. And if someone desires material gain, adoration, and fame, Bhakti Devi neglects that person. Bhakti only increases in the heart of one who is humble and sincere, and only humility that is thoroughly devoid of pride causes the flowing current of mercy to swell. The method of performing Nam Sadhan is to chant the holy name while feeling more humble than a blade of grass. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi-Līlā 17.31-33 says, Tinadapi sunichena tarorapi seheshuna amanina manadena kirtanyaha sada harihi urdu bahu kari kahon shun sarvalok नाम सूत्रे गंधी परे कंथे ए श्लोक प्रभु आज्ञा करे ए श्लोक अर्चन अवश्य पाबे तबे Shri Krishna Charan. Considering oneself to be even lower and more worthless than insignificant grass that has been trampled beneath everyone's feet, being more tolerant than a tree, being prideless and offering respect to everyone according to their respective positions, one should continually chant the holy name of Shri Hari. Raising my hands, I declare, everyone please hear me. For continuous remembrance, string this shloka on the thread of the holy name and wear it around your neck. One must strictly follow the principles given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this verse. If one simply follows in the footsteps of Sriman Mahaprabhu and the Goswamis, he will certainly achieve the ultimate goal of life, the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Text 5. The identity of a perfected soul, Siddha Parichaya, is described in Shri Radha-Rasa Nidhi 53. Dukulam vibhranamat kuchatate kanchu kapatam prasadam swamaniyaha swakaratal dattam pranateha sthitam nityam parshave vivid paricharjek chaturam kishori ma atmanam chatul parikiyam nu kale. When will I remain near Swamini eternally, intent on serving her in various ways? When, wearing her silken cloth and bodice that she affectionately gave me with her own hands, will I be able to count myself as a clever and very beautiful Kishori? Siddha dehe gopi ami Shri Radhika kinkari Radha prasadita vastra kanchulika pari grihe pati parihari Kishori vayase Radha pad sevi kunje rajani divase. Bhajan Rasya Vritti. The Rasik Acharyas conclude that when the sadhaka enters the stage of perfection, he attains that bhav upon which he meditated when he was in the stage of sadhan. The cherished desire of the Gaudiya Vaishnava is to possess the self-identity, abhiman, of being a maid servant of Shri Radha. The appropriate sadhan to attain one's sarup and one's service to Shri Radha is revealed by the spiritual master. Atmanam chintayit tatra tasam madhye manoramam rupa yovanya sampannam kishorim pramada akritim Sanat Kumar Sahita. Sakhinam sangani rupam atmanam vasanam mayam agya seva param tattad kripa alankar bhushitam. Prem Bhakti Chandrika 5.11. A sadhaka of Ragmarg should eternally perceive himself to be the one of the young, beautiful gopi beloveds of Shri Krishna. He should meditate on his desired sarup as a female companion of Shri Radha's maidservants, such as Shri Rupa Manjari and Shri Rati Manjari, and adorned in the ornaments mercifully given by them. He should completely absorb himself in service to Shri Radha Madhav according to their instructions. The word Chintet in the above verse from the Sanat Kumar Sahita means that the sadhak should nourish the following firm conception. I am a Kishori with the same moods and qualities as the Nitya Siddha Manjaris of Shri Radha. A Gaudiya Vaishnava sadhak in deep meditation will maintain the conception that I am not this body, these senses and so forth. I am a maid servant of Shri Radha and I am endowed with qualities such as the beauty and ras of a Gop Kishori. This deep meditation on the soul, Atma Chintan, will quickly result in his giving up identification with the material body, and he will attain Sarupa Siddhi. In this text 5, Srila Prabodhanam Saraswati describes the method of becoming a beautiful young Gop Kishori. I will meditate on myself as a Kishori adorned with the silken cloth and bodice that Swamini gave me with her own hands. The remnants objects Swamini gives with her own hands carry the mood of her affectionate compassion, and the cloth and bodice remnants are connected with the sweet mood of divine couples' amorous play, vilas. Absorption in one's eternal sarup is accompanied by the rendering of seva and a feeling of intimacy. For this reason, Srila Prabodhanam Saraswati mentions the form of a clever Kishori who is always close to Swamini and intent on performing various services to her. Seva Ras, which establishes one's Swarup, takes place as a person serves Swamini, who is the life and soul of her maidservants. The main goal of the Gaudiya Vaishnava is to become a Radha Dasi, a maidservant of Shri Radha. The sadhaka remains ever fixed on his goal, just as the position of the pole star is fixed in the sky. By the mercy of Shri Guru, the sadhak is introduced to his eternal identity as a maidservant of Shri Radha. Upon attaining that, he abandons his bodily identity as a servant of Maya, and he completely maintains the self-identity of being a Radha Dasi. In his song, Shri Radha Krishna Pada Kamale, Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays, Lalita Sakhira Ayogya Kinkari Vinod Dhariya Chepai. Vinod, the unqualified maid-servant of Lalita Sakhi, claps the lotus feet of the divine couple. Text 6. The method of bhajan and place of residence of one who possesses the mood described in the previous text is explained in Upadeshamrit 8. Tannam Rup Charitadi Sukritananu Smrityo Karmena Rasana Manasi Niyojaya Tishtan Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalam Naid Akhilam Iti Upadesha Saram. While living in Braj as a follower of those who are attached to Shri Krishna, one should utilize all his time by gradually transferring the absorption of his tongue and mind from matters other than Krishna to the chanting and remembering of narrations of Shri Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes. This is the essence of all instructions. Krishna Nam Rup Gun Leela Sankirtan Anusmriti Krame Jiva Manaha Samyojan Kunje Vas Anuragi Jan Dasi Hayya Ashtakali Bhaje Leela Majiya Majiya. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. The essential meaning of this text is that, in accordance with his own bhav, the sadhaka should remember his beloved Shri Krishna as well as the devotees of Shri Krishna, who possesses the same mood as himself. One should reside in Brajmandal while being immersed in chanting names of Shri Krishna, such as Radharaman and Radha Ras Bihari, that are favorable to his own bhav, and in hearing narrations of pastimes connected to those names. If it is not possible to reside in Braj physically, one should reside there mentally. This text explains both the process of bhajan and the best place to perform bhajan. No place is superior to Brajmandal for performing bhajan of Shri Radha Krishna. The most exalted devotees such as Brahma and Uddhav therefore pray to take birth in Braj as a blade of grass or a plant. Text 7. The Raganuga Bhakta's method of bhajan is to perform his desired perfectional service, Siddha Seva, under the constant guidance of the Guru. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.294 states, Krishna Smaranam Janachasya Preshtam Nija Samhitam Tattat Katha Ratas Chaso Kurjad Vasam Raje Sada. The devotee who desires Raganuga Bhakti should constantly remember Vrindavan Krishna, along with Krishna's beloved associates who have the same mood as himself. He should remain engrossed in hearing and speaking narrations of their pastimes, and always reside in Braj. Smari Krishna Nij Krishna Preshta Brajajan Krishna Katha Rat Brajavas Anukshan. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. The process of Raganuga Bhakti is that the sadhaka should remember his beloved and worshipful, ever youthful Nandanandan Shri Krishna, as well as the dear Sakhis, such as Shri Rupa Manjari, who possesses the mood that he cherishes. He should hear narrations about them while remaining a resident of Shri Nandaraj Braj, that is, by physically residing in Vrindavan, Govardhan, Radhakund, and other such places if he is able to do so, or, if not, he should reside there mentally. These places are saturated with Shringaras, and in bhajan, They are stimuli, udipak for ras and leela. Therefore, Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays, Radha Kunda Tat Kunja Kutira, Govardhana Parvat Yamuna Tira. A small cottage within a kunja on the bank of Radha Kund, Govardhan Hill, the banks of the Yamuna. Such sadhakas should remember the narrations of Krishna's dear associates, the Rasik devotees of Braj, who are favorable for his bhav, such as Shri Rupa Manjari and other Sakhis, and he should serve them. In this way, their moods will be transmitted into his heart. An example of this is Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, who, under the guidance of Sri Sarup Damodar and Srila Rup Goswami, attained the summit of Rasamai Upasana, devotional service in amorous love of Braj. Text 8. The Premi Bhakta's behavior, characteristics and activities are expressed in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.40. Evam vrataha swapriya nama kirtaya jatanurago drut chittu ucchaha hasati atho rodati rauti gayati unmadvan nirtayati lokabhajyaha. In the heart of one who adopts such a transcendental vow, attachment for chanting the name of his most dear Lord arises and melts his heart. Now he rises above the condition of the general mass of people and is beyond caring for their opinions and views. In a natural way, not out of pretense, he acts as if mad. Sometimes he bursts out laughing and sometimes he sheds floods of tears. Sometimes, in a loud voice, he calls out to Bhagwan, and sometimes with a sweet voice, he sings Bhagwan's glories. At other times, when he perceives his beloved standing before his eyes, he even starts dancing in order to please him. Ei vrate Krishna Nam Kirtan Kariya, Jat Rag Drava Chit Hasiya Kandiya, Chitkar Kariya Gaye Lok Bhajya Tyaji, Ei Vevare Bhai, Preme Krishna Bhaji. Bhajan Rasya Vritti. The devotees of the Lord always chant the auspicious names of Bhagwan. As a result of this Krishna Sankirtan, all kinds of anarthas are removed. The heart is purified. Many lifetimes of sins and their result, transmigrations, are destroyed. All kinds of good fortune arise. All the sadhan one needs to attain Prema Bhakti is transmitted into the heart. Krishna Prem appears. One begins to relish the nectar of Prem, one attains Shri Krishna, and finally one attains coolness and purity through completely immersing himself in the nectarian ocean of eternal service. At this stage, through the essential function of Haladani Sar Vritti, Shri Krishna's Sankirtan boundlessly increases the living entity's natural bliss. Now the living entity is eternally fixed in one of the rasas, Dasya, Sakhe, Vatsalya or Madhur, and moment by moment, he relishes complete nectar through an ever-fresh attachment for Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna's sweet pastimes appear in the devotee's heart, and he repeatedly relishes the sweetness of all the Lord's qualities, such as his beauty. This ever-fresh sweetness astonishes the devotee, and his heart melts. While describing the glories of Shri Krishna Nam Sankirtan to Prakashanand Saraswati, Srimad Mahaprabhu said, "When I chant the name my Guru gave me, it automatically makes my heart melt. Sometimes this name makes me dance, sometimes it makes me laugh, and at other times it makes me cry. This is the nature of the Mahamantra. It makes Krishna Prem arise within whomever chants it. Krishna Prem is the topmost goal, Parama Purushartha. The other four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kam and Moksha, are insignificant in its presence. The nature of Prema is that it gives rise to a restless heart, and the devotee who is controlled by his nature sometimes laughs, sometimes cries, and sometimes, being maddened, starts dancing." In his commentary on this verse, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad writes that by chanting the holy name, the sadhaka experiences a variety of pastimes as they naturally appear in his heart. He laughs when he hears Shri Krishna's joking words with the Brajadevis during the Rātri-līlā or in the pastime of stealing butter, and he weeps when his vision of a pastime, Leela Spurti, ceases. He thinks, I have relished the nectar of your sweetness only once, when will I attain it again? Lamenting like this, he rolls on the ground and heaving long sighs, falls unconscious. Later, when he again sees Bhagwan everywhere, he is overwhelmed by happiness and becomes maddened. The devotee who performs such transcendental activities is devoid of bodily needs. Text 9. Firm faith in Braj-Leela is found in this verse recited by Sriman Mahaprabhu. Padyavali 386. Yaha kaumara haraha sa eva hi varasta eva chaitre shapas te kon milita malati saurabhaya parodha kadam banidaha sa cha vamsi tathapi tatra surat vepar leela vidhau reva rodasi vitasi tarulatale chetaha samutkantate. O friend, that beautiful one who stole my heart in my youth is now here. These are also the same pleasant nights of the month of Chaitra, with the same fragrance of blossoming malti flowers, and the same cool, gentle, fragrant breeze from the Kadamba trees. I am also the same, my beloved too. Nonetheless, my mind is eager for amorous play at the foot of the Vedasi tree on the bank of river Reva. Komare bhajinu jare sei eva var, sei to vasant nishi surabhi paravar, sei neep sei ami sanyog tahaiya, tathapi se reva tat sukha na paiya. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. Sriman Mahaprabhu would recite this verse while dancing in front of Sri Jagannath's chariot. At that time, he was immersed in the bhav of Sri Radha, considering himself to be Radha and Sri Jagannath to be Brajendra Nandan Shyamasundar. He was feeling that they were meeting each other at Kurukshetra. This was his mood. At Kurukshetra, Sri Radha could not experience the same happiness she used to feel when meeting Sri Krishna in the solitary Nikunjas of Vrindavan. Absorbed in the mood of Radha, Mahaprabhu revealed the distress she felt as she spoke to her Sakhi. O Sakhi, I am that same Radha, and he is that same Krishna, and now we are meeting each other again. Nonetheless, my mind is eager that we should meet and sport together in the secluded Nikunjas of Vrindavan. Sriman Mahaprabhu expressed his moods through this text taken from Sahitya Darpan. It is described there how a young unmarried Nayaka, heroine, became strongly attached to the qualities of a Nayaka, hero, and met with him on the bank of river Reva. There, the Nayaka took her innocence. A Kumari, a very young unmarried girl, naturally has no desire for union. When this desire arises, youth, Kishora, begins. After some time, that Nayaka was married to the Nayaka. Upon the arrival of the month of Chaitra, memories have come to the Nayaka of that charming moonlit night in the Vedasi Kunja on the bank of river Reva, and how the slow, gentle breeze carrying the fragrance of malti flowers stimulated their lust and increased their desire for union. Now, however, in the bonds of marriage, they do not have the same eagerness as then, even though there are no obstacles in their meeting. But her mind has gone to that bank of the river Reva, and happy memories have arisen in her heart of her first meeting with the beloved of her life and their amorous play under the Vedasi tree. In this verse, a mundane poet expresses the feelings of a mundane Nayak and a mundane Nayaka, but through it, Mahaprabhu relished the sweetness of transcendental Shringar Ras. In mundane poetry, such a union is considered impure and rasabhas, and overlapping of mellows. But Radha Krishna's pastimes are transcendental, with a supreme sweetness of ras flowing through them. The meeting of an ordinary Nayaka and Nayika is controlled by lust, kama, that arises from illusion. When their lust is fulfilled, their feelings for each other become different. On the other hand, in transcendental amorous mellow, Shringar Ras, the Nayaka and the Nayika have prem for each other. This prem originated from the Swarup Shakti's function of Haladni and Samvit, and its purpose is to give pleasure to Krishna. In Kam, one desires one's own enjoyment, but in Prema, one aims for Krishna's happiness. This is confirmed in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-Līlā 4.165. आत्म इंद्रिय प्रीति वांछा तारे भली काम कृष्ण इंद्रिय प्रीति इच्छा धरे प्रेम नाम. Shri Radha's desire to serve Krishna is causeless and perpetual. The birth of a material desire, on the other hand, is caused and is therefore destroyed. The Nayak and Nayaka, who are tied by the marriage, have Swakya Bhav, wedded love, because they are with each other constantly. The variegatedness of ras does not manifest in their meeting, and the sweetness of ras also remains concealed. However, the sweetness of a Nayak and Nayaka's prem in Parkya Bhav, paramour love, manifests in an extraordinary way, because their prem is endowed with an exalted, radiant ras, Samunnat Ujjwal ras. The sweetness of the Brajadevi's Parkya Bhav is unprecedented. Because they do not always occur, their meetings with Krishna are precious. Owing to the paramour relationship, their mood is characterized by contrariness, prohibition, and secret amorous desires. This bhav is the wealth of the Brajadevis alone. Its only Nayak is the crown jewel of Rasiks, Brajendra Nandan Shri Krishna. The crown jewel of all the gopis is Vrishabhanu Nandani Shri Radha. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-Līlā 4.80 states, Bahu Kanta Bina Nahi Raser Ullas. Without many beloveds, Kantas, there is no rapture in ras. Thus, to fulfill Shri Krishna's desire to taste paramour love, Shri Radha manifests herself as many beloveds. This Parkya Bhav is manifest only in Braj. Text 10. Srila Rupa Goswami has explained the previous text by composing this verse, which is found in Padyavali 387. Priyaha soham Krishnaha sahachari kurukshetra militas tathaham sa radha tad idam ubhaya sangam sukham tathapi antah khelana madura murali pancham jushe mano me kalind pulini vipinaya swarayati. After meeting Shri Krishna at Kurukshetra, Shri Radha said, O Sakhi, today at Kurukshetra, I met my same Pran Priya Krishna. I am that same Radha, and there is also happiness in our meeting. But nonetheless, I deeply yearn for Vrindavan, for the Kunja on the bank of the Kalandi that is undated by bliss as a result of Krishna vibrating the fifth note on his playful Murali. Se Krishna Prannath Kurukshetra Painu, Se Radha Ami, Se Sangam Labhinu. Tathapi Amar Man Vamshi Dhvanimai Kalindi Pulinu Sprehe Kare Atishay. Vrindavan Leela Sam Leela Nahi Aar Vaikuntha Ade E Leela Nahi Prachar. Braje Ye Leela Tahi Vichhed Sambhog Duite Paramanand Sada Kare Bhog. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. Absorbed in the mood of Shri Radha, Srimad Mahaprabhu would recite the previous verse, text 9, from Sahitya Darpan in front of Shri Jagannath at the time of Rath Yatra. Only Shri Sarup Damodar knew the essence of the sweet mood of that verse. Shri Rupa Goswami was also present at Rath Yatra. By Srimad Mahaprabhu's mercy, he too was able to understand the mood of that verse, and he composed this text 10 in the same mood. When Srimad Mahaprabhu read it, he became overwhelmed with transcendental emotions. Shri Radha and Shri Krishna met each other at Kurukshetra after a long separation from each other. Although this meeting was pleasurable, like their very first meeting in Vrindavan, the heart of Shri Radha was not satisfied. She expressed this heartfelt mood to her intimate Sakhi. O Sakhi, My heart is very anxious to meet Shri Krishna in a kunja on the bank of the Yamuna. When Krishna performs sweet sports in the forest situated upon the banks of the Kalindi, he manifests an unprecedented sweetness by vibrating the fifth note on his flute. In the forest of Vrindavan, the heart is stimulated by the K-ka sound of the peacocks and peahens, as well as by their captivating dance, by the cuckoo's kuhu-kuhu sound, by the humming of bumblebees around fragrant mango birds, by the life-giving air that is filled with the fragrance of Madhavi and Malti flowers, by the male and female swans on the ponds, and by fragrant pollen from lotuses. In that Vrindavan, the ever-youthful best of dancers, who has a peacock feather and flute, and who is adorned with forest flowers, used to sport with me. Here at Kurukshetra, there is not the slightest scent of any of this. Here I do not relish even a drop from the ocean of pleasure I receive from my meetings with him in Vrindavan. What's more, here I am surrounded by persons who are not like-minded. My innermost desire is to sport with Shri Krishna in the Nikunjas of that place which is well known to me, Shri Dham Vrindavan. Text 11. Shri Radha Krishna's pastimes of meeting, Sambhog-līlā, are described in Ujjwal Nilmani 15.222 to 224. Tetu sandarshanam jalpaha sparshanam vartama rodhanam ras vrindavan krida yamuna adya ambu kelaya nau kelaya leela chauryam ghat kunjati linatah madhupanam vadhu vesha dhritihi kapata supatata द्युत कीड़ा पट आकर्षतीस चुंबा लेशयो नखार्पणम बिंबाधर सुधापानम संप्रयोग्याद्यो मतः. The anubhavs of meeting Sambhog are seeing each other, sandarshan, talking, jalpa, touching, sparshan, blocking each other's way in a contrary mood, vartama rodhan, the Rātri-līlā, enjoying pleasure pastimes in Vrindavan, Vrindavan Kida, playing water sports in the Yamuna and Mansi Ganga, Jal Keli, enjoying boat pastimes, Nau Khela, stealing flowers, cloths and the flute, Leela Chaurya, enjoying pastimes of demanding taxes, Ghatata, playing hide and seek in the Kunjas, Kunjadi Linata, drinking honey, Madhupan, Krishna dressing in female attire, Vadhu Vesha Dhriti, pretending to sleep, Kapata Supatata, playing dice, Dyut Kida, pulling off each other's garments, Pat Akarshati, kissing, Chumba, embracing, Ashlesha, making nail marks on each other, Nakh Arpan, relishing the nectar of each other's lips, which are like bimba fruit, Bimba Adhar Sudha Pan, and enjoying amorous union, Samprayoga. Sandarshan Jalpa Sparsh Vartama Nirodhan Ras Vrindavan Kida Yamuna Khelan Nauka Khela Pushpa Churi Ghat Sangopan Madhupan Vadhu Vesh Kapata Swapan Dyut Kida Vastra Tana Surat Vepar Bimbadhar Sudhapan Sambhog Prakar. Text 12. Decorating Shri Radha Krishna is described in Stavavali, Swa Sankalpa Prakash Stotra 9. Sfuran Mukta Gunjamani Sumanasam Hara Rachane Mudendur Lekha Me Rachayato Tatha Shikshan Vidhim Yatha Tei Sankalpater Daita Sarasi Madhya Sadane Sfutam Radha Krishnavo Ayam api jano bhushayatito. May Indulekha Sakhi, as Guru, mercifully teach me the art of stringing very beautiful necklaces and garlands composed of pearls, jewels, gunja berries and flowers. With these necklaces and garlands, I can decorate Shri Radha Krishna for their pleasure as they are seated on the jewel throne in the middle of Radha Kunda. Mukta Gunja Mani Pushpa Har Virachane Indulekha Guru Kripa Labhiba Yatane Radha Kund Ratnamaye Mandire Duhare Bhushita Karibo Ami Suz Lalita Hare. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. In this text, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, who is totally absorbed in his identity as a Manjari, is drawing a delightful picture of his desire to serve Sri Radha Madhav by decorating them suitably in the Nikunja situated in the middle of Radha Kund. Sri Radha's Sakhi have a variety of natures with which they nourish many kinds of malos, rasas. These Sakhis are proficient in knowledge of their own ras, and sometimes they learn different arts from other Sakhis. By teaching all the Palya Dasis herself, Sri Radha makes them expert in her service. Here, Srila Das Goswami, in the mood of Rati Manjari, is praying to Srimati Indulekha, one of Sri Radha's Ashta Sakhis, to teach her the art of stringing necklaces of pearls, jewels, and gunja berries, and making garlands of flowers, as well as other delightful arts. According to Srila Rupa Goswami's Sri Radha Krishna Ganodesh Deepika, Indulekha is learned in scriptures dealing with snake charming mantras and in the Samudrika Shastra. She is expert in stringing necklaces and garlands, drawing pictures, decorating the teeth, gemology, weaving various kinds of cloth, and writing auspicious mantras. She is also expert in generating the mutual attraction between Radha and Krishna. As Sri Radha Madhav perform amorous sports, Ras Vilas Krida, in the Vilas Kunja known as Madan Vatika, situated in the middle of Sri Radha Kund. Their necklaces of pearls, jewels, and gunja berries, and their garlands of flowers break and scatter. The Pran Sakhis do not hesitate to enter the Kunja in order to rearrange Sri Radha Madhav's cloths and ornaments. Srila Das Goswami is praying to Sri Indulekha, who is expert in all these arts, to impart knowledge about how to skillfully accomplish all these services. By their skill in stringing necklaces and garlands, the Palya Dasi Manjaris have their desires to please Sri Radha Madhav fulfilled. Text 13. For an understanding of Vipralam Ras, one should read Gopi Geet. Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 31. Only those who distribute Bhagavad Katha are most munificent. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.9 states, Tav Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhir Iditam Kalmashapaham Shavana Mangalam Shrimad Atatam Bhuvi Grananti Te Bhurida Janaha. O Krishna, nectar-filled narrations about you are the life and soul of persons suffering in separation from you, and they are sung by great, realized poets who are your devotees. Just by hearing the all-auspicious narrations about you, all kinds of sins, such as Pararabdha and Apararabdha, are removed, and all prosperity in the form of Prema Bhakti arises in the heart. Therefore, no one is equal to or more generous than he who chants and propagates narrations about you. Tav Kathamrit Krishna, Jivanera Sukh, Kavigan Gai Jate, Jai Pap Dukh, Shavana Mangal Sada, Sondare Purit, Sukriti Janer Mukhe, Nirantara Geet. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. At the time of Rath Yatra, Gaur Sundar, endowed with the mood of Sri Radha, became tired and lay down to rest beneath a tree, extended his lotus feet. Within his mind, he relished the Brajadevi's various moods. Maharaj Pratap Rudra came to him dressed as an insignificant and lowly person, and in a humble mood massaged Mahaprabhu's feet while gently singing this shloka. In the previous verse of Gopi Geet, which begins with the words Madhurya Gira, the gopis who were suffering in separation from Krishna pray for the nectar of Shri Krishna's lip to cure their disease. In reply, Shri Krishna says, O gopis, I cannot understand how you can remain alive in such a disease condition. The gopis reply, Shama Sundar, We are alive only due to the nectar of narrations about you, which do not allow us to die. If you ask, what is this nectar is like? We will answer that it can even bring peace to someone who is afflicted with the intractable disease of suffering the threefold material miseries. The nectar of descriptions of you even calms a forest fire of miseries. Krishna may say, O gopis, I will bring you nectar from heaven. You can take that. The gopis answer, Dear Shyamasundar, nectar from heaven will make the body healthy, but it will increase lust, calm, and so forth, which cause much misfortune. Indra and the other demigods of Swarga have so much lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride, and envy. If Krishna says, O gopis, take the nectar of liberation, then the gopis will reply, Even if you offer liberation, your devotees will not accept it because it is unfavorable for prema bhakti. Where are the loving exchanges in liberation? Dhruv, Prahlad, Brahma, Narad, Chatusan, Vyas, Shuk, and other great devotees and poets glorify Hari Katha, descriptions of you. For those who aspire for liberation, this Katha is the immediately effective medicine to cure the disease of material existence, and for materialists, it gives pleasure to the ears and minds. Great personalities who are liberated with this world praise such narrations as nectar. Hearing them removes all the living entities' sins and offenses and bestows auspiciousness. Just as with the arrival of the autumn season, the water in rivers and ponds automatically becomes clean. Similarly, by hearing descriptions of you, the dirt in the living entity's heart is removed. Such narrations gives new life to the devotees who are burning in separation from you, and it bestows all kinds of beauty and wealth. One who distributes Krishna Katha throughout the world is a truly benevolent person. Text 14. When the gopis think of Krishna wandering in the forest, they experience great sorrow. A description of their deep love for him at this time is given in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.11. Chalasi yad braja charyan pashun nalina sundaram nathate padam shilatrinankurai siddhatiti naha kalilitam manaha kant gacchati. O Pranavallabh, O Kanta, when you go to the forest of brush to herd the cows, the soles of your soft lotus feet, which are like beautiful blue lotuses, must suffer as they were pricked by small stones and dry straw. Thought of this disturbs our hearts and minds. Dhenu laye braje hate jabe jau vane nalina sundar tav kamala charane shilankure kasht habe manate vichari mah dukh pai mora oho chitahari. Bhajan Rasya Vritti. In this verse of Gopi Geet that precedes this one and begins with the words Parihasitam Priya, the Braj Sundaris felt pain when they remembered Purvarag, the loving glances of their Prankant Shri Krishna, his gentle smile, his joking and talking with them in a secluded place, and so forth, and their hearts became disturbed. Now they direct their words towards Shri Krishna, saying, O deceiver of the heart, how we will ever attain peace, we do not know. Our hearts are anxious both when we meet with you and when we are separated from you. They are anxious in all conditions. O Krishna, in the morning, you are surrounded by countless sakhas as you take innumerable cows to graze in the forest, and the Brajavasis, deprived of your darshan, are plunged into deep ocean of separation from you. When we think of your lotus feet, which are softer than 1,000-petaled lotus, being pierced by dry straw, thorns, sharp grass, and so forth, we sink in unlimited anxiety. How can we tolerate pain to your lotus feet, which we consider non-different from our hearts? First we suffer in separation from you, and then, on the top of that, we suffer the pain caused to your crimson lotus feet. How can we tolerate this? Both types of pain break the barrier of our endurance. O Pranakant, please do not abuse your lotus feet. We remember that while roaming throughout the forest with you, you would ask us to remove the thorns that pricked your feet. We would put your feet on our body and remove the thorns gently and slowly. But when your feet are pricked now, who will remove the thorns? Kant kalilitam mano gacchati. We think, O Kanta, surely your soft, tender lotus feet will be pierced by thorns, sharp grass, and stone chips. By such thoughts, our minds begin to dispute with us. Our minds tell us, doesn't Krishna have eyes? He can see the thorns, sharp grass, and stone chips as he walks, and he will avoid them. To this we reply, O cruel mind, the foolish cows gallop off into rough places that are full of thorns, sharp grass, and stones. They do not feel them because they have hooves. But when Shyam Sundar runs after these galloping cows, will he see these things and tread carefully? His soft lotus feet will surely be pierced by thorns. The mind argues, O ignorant milkmaids, don't you know that Vrindavan thorns and stones are also very soft? Then we say, O mind, we do not believe this. We used to remove thorns and sharp grass from Krishna's lotus feet ourselves. In this way, the gopis quarrel with their minds. Finally, their minds say, you can remain in such anxiety, I am going to Krishna. If Krishna says, O gopis, why are you so worried about me? The gopis will answer, O Kant, you make our minds restless and disturbed with transcendental lust, so our intelligence has become dull. O Prannath, please do not roam here and there in the forest. Quickly return and give us your darshan. Text 15. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.15 describes that for the gopis, even one moment seems like 100 yugas when they do not have darshan of that beautiful face adorned with curling locks. Atati yad bhavan ahani kananam tuti yugayate tom upashyatam kutil kuntalam shi mukham shate jad odikshutam paksham kirdrisham. O Shyama Sundar, when you go to the forest to herd the cows during the day, the Brajvasis are unable to see you, and thus they feel one moment to be like a yuga. And in the evening, when you return, and we see your beautiful lotus face covered with curling locks, the blinking of our eyelids becomes painful because it obstructs our darshan. Is the Creator who made these eyelids ignorant, or is he foolish? Purvane kanane tumi jao gocharane truti yuga samahai tav adarshane kutil kuntan tav shi chandra vadan darshane nimesh data vidhir nindan. Bhajan Rahasya Vriddhi. Even a fraction of a second seems like a yuga for the gopis when they are afflicted by separation from Shri Krishna, and when they meet him, one yuga seems like a moment. This condition is called Mahabhav. In this text, the gopis address Shri Krishna as Bhavan. Bhavan is a term of honor, but here the gopis address Krishna as such due to their jealous love. Adati yad Bhavan. The gopis say, O Krishna, you are arasagya, ignorant of mallows. Even though we, who are arasagya, well versed in mallows, are correct here, you continue to roam the forest. By roaming here and there with foolish cows, your intelligence has also become as dull as theirs. This is the effect of faulty association. By your grazing animals all day, your intelligence has become like that of an animal. The gopis, who have been separated from Krishna all day, eagerly await his return to Braj so that they can have darshan of his beautiful lotus face. Upon hearing the gopis, Shri Krishna may say, O Braj Devis, you are always seeing my face. What is so special about my face when I return from cowherding? The Braj Devis reply, Kutila kuntalam shi mukham cha. Your beautiful lotus face is decorated by curly locks. But because these locks of hair are scattered all over your face, we cannot see it. With anger born of affection, the Braj Devis are saying, when this curly hair covers your face, you are the only one to relish its sweetness. This further torments our minds, which are already burning in separation from you. Udikshitam, the gopis say, furthermore, we open our eyes wide and raise our faces in an endeavor to see you. But because the Creator, who fashioned our eyelids, is foolish, drisham paksham krid jadaha, we cannot take complete darshan of you. This Creator, being irrational and of meager intelligence, has created eyelids for the eyes. For darshan of such a beautiful lotus face, He has only given 2 eyes, and on top of that, He has covered them with eyelids that constantly close and obstruct darshan of you. Adirudh Mahabhav is characterized by the feeling that each moment is like a kalpa when one is separated from Krishna, and the feeling that a kalpa is like a moment when one is meeting Him. In this text, this bhav is clearly visible in the Braj Devis. Text 16. The preeminent Gopi bhav is intended solely for Krishna's pleasure. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.19 states, Yatte sujata charanam buraham staneshu bhita shane priya dadamihi karkakeshu tenatavim atasi yad vyatate nakim swet krupadabi brahmati dhir bhavad ayushyam na. O beloved, your beautiful feet are even softer than a lotus. When we massage those soft, tender lotus feet, we fearfully, slowly and gently place them on our breasts in such a way that our hard breasts may cause them no pain. With those same soft feet, you wander behind the cows in the deep forest. Will your lotus feet not be pierced by sharp stones and the like? Such thoughts make us extremely anxious. O Pranath, you are our life, so please stop wandering in the forest. Please appear before us. Tomar charana bhuja e karkash stane savdhane dhari sakhe klesh bhita mane se pad kamle vane kurpadir duk hai pache shanka kari nahi paye sukh. Bhajan-Rahasya Vritti. In this verse, the gopis express their extremely deep prem. In previous verses, the gopis described their condition in separation from Krishna. But here, their anxiety for his happiness is evident in their words. The gopis, who are covered by Kam, that is, their love for Krishna, tried very hard to conceal their prem, but because it flows so swiftly, it was revealed. The gopis suffers in their hearts at the thought of Krishna coming to harm. This is characteristic of Mahabhav. Only the gopis are experienced in the sorrow of separation from their Pran Priyatam, and only the gopis are experienced in the happiness of meeting with him. In text 14, the gopis express how troubled they felt by the pain caused to Sri Krishna's lotus feet. That is why this text, in which the suffering of Sri Krishna's lotus feet is again mentioned, came to be. Text 15 describes separation from him during the day, and this text describes separation from him at night. In the daytime, Krishna roams here and there herding the cows, and he can easily protect himself from the stone chips, thorns, and sharp grass. But on the bank of the Yamuna, in the darkness of night, stones, thorns, and sharp grass are not easily seen. Thinking of this, the Braj Sundari's heart began to melt, and they expressed their moods with words of distress. Shri Vrinda Devi puts great effort in making Shri Krishna's pastimes, like the bank of the Yamuna, very pleasant and beautiful. There is no possibility of thorns or sharp grass being there, but nonetheless, the women of Braj fear that Shri Krishna's lotus feet will suffer. Afflicted by prem, the gopis pray in this text, O life-giving Shyamasundar, like beautifully blossoming lotus flowers, your reddish lotus feet, which are endowed with fragrance and sweetness mitigate any suffering. Now these reddish lotus feet must be suffering from the injuries caused by stones, sharp grass, and so forth, as you roam from forest to forest. We are saddened by such thoughts. Upon hearing this, Shri Krishna might reply, "Oh, come now, what realization do you have of my suffering?" The gopis answer, "Priya karkeshu stineshu bhitah shanir dadamihi." O beloved, we consider you to be non-different from our bodies and to be the life of our lives. How can we place your supremely beautiful, tender lotus feet on our hard breasts? Please listen for a moment. Bhita shanehi. We place them there very slowly and gently so that you may feel no pain at all. Therefore, when you yourself cause them pain, we drown in an ocean of sorrow. Shri Krishna says, O gopis, overwhelmed by Madan, Cupid, why do you want to place my lotus feet on your hard breast? O Priya, you are our beloved, and the only duty of a lover is to increase the beloved's happiness. Placing your lotus feet on our breasts gives you supreme pleasure, and if you are happy, we are too. For this reason, we place your lotus feet there, but as soon as we remember their softness, our hearts melt. Krishna says, O mad gopis, you all should perform some austerity to satisfy the Creator, and then pray to Him for soft, tender breasts. The gopis reply, We are ready to perform this austerity, but there is a consideration. If our breasts were soft, you still may not be pleased, and if they are hard, they will cause you pain. We are unable to determine what to do and what not to do. You, however, behave the same way you treat your feet mercilessly. Hearing this, Krishna may reply, O gopis, what are you raving on about? The gopis say, O Shyam-sundar, we are unable to calm our hearts at all. Krishna replies, Why do you suffer so much? Where is your affection for me? What are the symptoms of affection? If the lover is unable to remain alive when the beloved is suffering severely, how is it that you are still alive? The gopis say, Bhavad Ayushyam, you are our very life. Although we have endured much hardship, our lives do not end. With loving anger they continue. O Shyam-sundar, not only are you cruel to us, but so is the Creator. He has given us such a long life only to suffer. This is the commentary of Shri Vishnu Chakra Thakur on this shlok, which expresses the deep suffering in separation from Krishna of the Brajadevis, who are filled with Mahabhav. Text 17. The gopis bhavo chuvas, outburst of feeling that expresses the bhav hidden in the heart when meeting with Krishna, is described in Krishna Karunamrit 12. Nikhala bhuvan lakshmi nitya lilas pada bhayam kamal vipina vithi garva sarva ankusha bhayam pranamad bhayadan produ gada dhrita bhayam kim api vahutu chetah Krishna padam bujha bhayam. May my heart attain indescribable bliss at Shri Krishna's lotus feet, which are the eternal abode of the pastimes for the original goddess of fortune, which throbbed heaps of lotus flowers, pride in their beauty, and which are deeply respected everywhere for their great power in giving shelter to the surrendered souls. Nikhil Bhuvan Lakshmi Radhika Sundari Tara Nitya Leelaspad Param Madhuri Kamal Vipin Garv Shay Ya Hai Pranat Abedane Prauಢ Shaktimay Hena Krishna Pad Padma Krishna Mama Mana Apurva Utsavrati Karuka Vahana. Bhajan Rasya Vritti. When Shri Krishna reappeared after disappearing from the Rātri-līlā, a gopi who was burning in the fire of separation from him placed his lotus feet upon her breasts. Shri Leela Shuk explains that this refers to Shri Radha's keeping Krishna's lotus feet on her heart. Shri Krishna is sporting with Radha in a solitary Nikunja. As soon as he places his reddish lotus feet on her breasts, they became even more reddish. May these lotus feet, smeared with kumkum, fully manifest within our hearts. In describing the speciality of Krishna's lotus feet, he says that they defeat the pride of lotus flowers. How? The material lotus flower is cooling, fragrant, soft, and beautiful for the five senses, and the bumblebee becomes mad by drinking its honey. But Shri Krishna's lotus feet are intoxicating in a different, exceptional way. These feet are the embodiment of beauty and wealth for all material and transcendental living beings, and they are the eternal abode of pastimes for the original goddess of fortune, Nikhil Bhuvan Lakshmi. The word Nikhil Bhuvan Lakshmi in this text can also refer to all the gopis who offer their everything to these lotus feet. Shri Krishna removes the affliction of their calm by touching them with his lotus feet. The young girls of Braj affectionately keep these lotus feet on their hearts and serve them in every way. Text 18. It is also said in Krishna Karanamrit 18. Taruna Arun Karuna May Vipulayataya Nayanam Kamala Kuch Kalasi Bhara Vipuli Krita Polakam Murali Rava Tarali Krita Muni Manasa Nalinam Mama Khelatu Mada Chedasi Madhur Adharam Amritam. His eyes are fresh and reddish like the early dawn, full of compassion and very long and wide. His bodily hair stands on end by the touch of the water pot like breast of Shri Radha, and the sound of his flute makes the munis restless like the gopis. May the sweet nectar of his lips sport in my heart. Tarun Arun Jini Karuna Surup Mani Vipul Nayana Shobhe Jar Radha Kuch Dway Bhar Preme De Gar Gar Vipul Pulak Chamatkar. Madhur Murali Sane Muni Man Padma Vane Taralit Kare Sarvkhan Krishner Madhuradhar Para Amrit Shashadhar Chitte Mor Karuk Naratan. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. Shri Radha Krishna are in a solitary Nikunja, and no tinkle of ankle bells or any other sounds comes from inside. Knowing that the divine couple's amorous pastimes, Rātri-līlā, have come to an end, the Sakhis look through the small eyelets in the kunjas at the intimacy of the pastime. Krishna has risen from bed and is sitting up. To remove Shri Radha's fatigue and to stimulate her amorous desire, he massaged her limbs and cleverly fanned her with his scarf. Shri Krishna, who is the embodiment of nectar, burdens our Sakhi Shri Radha with the happiness of her good fortune. Krishna's naturally youthful, reddish eyes have become even more red by his drinking the nectar of Radha's lips, and they are again becoming restless with intoxicating amorous desires. Full of tenderness, he fans Radha to remove her perspiration. Seeing Shri Radha's fatigue due to amorous sports, Krishna's heart overflows with an ocean of compassion, and he endeavors in various ways to mitigate her tiredness. He places Shri Radha on his lap, and the touch of each other's bodies drowns them both in an ocean of Ashta-sattvic bhavs. His endeavors to remove her fatigue of amorous play increase their desire to sport again. Even the hard hearts of the munis became restless when Shri Krishna plays his flute. When Radha is in man, Krishna tries in various ways to pacify her. This dense man is not removed by his falling at her feet and crying, but it is vanquished by his playing one note on the flute. The sound of Krishna's flute enters Radha's ears and makes her mad. Unmad, all glories to such a flute. Text 19. The Manasi Seva, service performed within the mind of one who performs bhajan of pastimes in his eternal form, Siddha Deha, is described in Ujjwal Nirmani 8.88 to 91. Mitha prem gunot kirtis Tyor asakti karita Abhisar Dyor eva Sakhya Krishna samarpanam Narmashvanam nepathyam Hide udghat patavam छिद्र संवृत्तिर एतयस्य पते आधे परिवर्चनं शिक्षा संगमनम काले सेवनम व्यंजनादिभिः तयोर्द्वयोर उपलम्भ संदेश परेशनम तथा नायिका प्राण संरक्षः प्रयत्नाधया सखी क्रिया. The 16 activities or sakhis are: 1. To glorify the prem and qualities of Nayaka to the Nayak and vice versa. 2. To create attachment between the Nayaka and Nayak. 3. To arrange for their abhisar. 4. To offer their sakhi to Shri Krishna. 5. To joke. 6. To console. 7. To dress and decorate the Nayaka and Nayak. 8. To skillfully hide the Nayaka and Nayaka's innermost feelings. 9. To conceal the Nayaka's faults. 10. To cheat their husbands and others. 11. To give favorable instructions. 12. To arrange for the Nayaka and Nayak to meet at the appropriate time. 13. To fan and render other services. 14. To point out faults in the Nayaka and Nayak and to instruct them. 15. To deliver the Nayaka and Nayaka's messages to each other. And 16. To endeavor to protect the Nayaka's life. Radha Krishna Gunot Kirti Asakti Vardhan Abhisar Doye Krishne Radha Samarpan Narma Shwas Veshakare Hide Sandhan छिद्र गुप्ती गृहपति गनेर वंचन शिक्षा दान जल आर व्यंजन सेवन उभय मिलन संदेश आदि आनयन नायकार प्राण रक्षाया प्रयत्न प्रधान सखी सेवा जानी यथा करह विधान. Text 20. In Stavavali Braj Vilas Stav 38 it is written: तांबूल अर्पण पाद मर्दन पयोदान अभिसारदभि वृंदारण्य महेश्वरीं प्रियतया यस्तोषयन्ति प्रियः प्राणप्रेष्ठ सखी कुलाद अपि कुला संकोचिता भूमिकः केली भूमिषु रूप मंजरी मुखास ता दासिका समाश्रय. I take shelter of the maid servants of Srimati Radhika, of whom Rup Manjari is prominent. Unlike the Priya Narma Sakhis, they can perform any service without hesitation. They perpetually and affectionately satisfy Srimati Radhika with their various services, such as offering tambul, massaging her feet, bringing her water, and arranging for her tryst with Krishna. Tambul arpan duhar charan mardan payodan abhisar dasi seva dan. तांबूल अर्पण दुहार चरण मर्दन पयोदान अभिसार दासी सेवा धन. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. Shri Radha's Sakhis are of 5 kinds. Among them, the service of the Nitya Sakhi and the Pran Sakhi, all of whom are Manjaris, is topmost. When Shri Radha Krishna become overwhelmed with ecstasy and become helpless while sporting in a solitary Nikunja, the Manjaris enter without any hesitation to perform all varieties of services. Although the Manjaris perform their service under the instruction of Priya Narma Sakhis such as Lalita, Vishakha and others, when Yugal Kishore are in a solitary Nikunja, Lalita and Vishakha can only enter with the permission of Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari. In rank, the Priya Narma Sakhis are more eminent, but in the good fortune of service, the Manjaris are more eminent. Even while the Priya Narma Sakhis cannot enter the Kunja, the Manjaris freely serve the divine couple there. Often, when Shri Krishna desired to meet Shri Radha, he must repeatedly entreat the Manjaris. Only then does he receive the opportunity to meet with her. Text 21. Pride in one's service is described in these words of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami from Swa Sankalp Prakash Stotra 2. Navam Divyam Kavyam Swakritam Atulam Nataka Kulam Praheli Gudarthaha Sakhi Ruchir Veena Dhvani Gatihi Kada Sne Ulasir ललित ललिता प्रेरणा बलात् सलज्जम गंधर्वा sarasam asakrej shikshayati mam. Aho, when in a secluded place will I receive such fortune that Srimati Radhika will, upon the request of Srimati Lalita Devi, affectionately and happily, yet shyly, teach me dramas composed by herself, new poems, riddles with deep meanings, and melodies on the veena. Swakrit natak ar navve kavya tati, गुडार्थ प्रहेली दिव्य वीणा रवगति ललितार अनुरोधे स्नेहोल्लासे कबे सलज्जा गंधर्वा मोरे निभृते सिखाइबे. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. Shri Gaur Sundar entrusted Srila Das Goswami to Srila Sarup Damodar. In Braj-Līlā, Srila Sarup Damodar is Lalita Sakhi. Under her guidance, Shri Radha's Palyadasis learn how to serve the divine couple, and they attain the good fortune of directly serving them. Sriman Mahaprabhu is absorbed in the mood of Shri Radha. Here, Shri Das Goswami, keeping the desire to serve Sriman Mahaprabhu in his heart, is begging at the foot dust of Shri Rupa Manjari for his cherished desires to be fulfilled. He wants to attain expertise in all varieties of fine arts that are useful for seva. In order to engage Shri Rati Manjari in seva to Shri Radha's lotus feet, Lalita Sakhi took her by the hand to Shri Radha and made the following request. O Radha, this incomparably charming and beautiful girl is very qualified to serve your lotus feet. Hearing this, Radha, feeling somewhat shy, spoke sweetly to Rati Manjari and embraced her to her heart, moistening her with tears of compassion. Urged by the most charming Lalita Sakhi, Gandharvika Shri Radha, overwhelmed with great affection, instructed Rati Manjari on poetry, playing the veena, drama, composing riddles and other arts. Shri Radha is completely controlled by Lalita Sakhi. Vrindavan is the only subject matter of the new transcendental poetry that Shri Radha teaches Rati Manjari. The Nayak in this poetry is Brajendra Nandan Shyamasundar, and the Nayikas are the Brajadevis, the embodiments of Mahabhav. In this transcendental flow of ras, there ripples an unbroken stream of waves. The movement of these waves is unrestricted and has an ever-increasing freshness. As well as teaching poetry, Shri Radha also teaches the art of acting in dramas and the art of composing riddles with deep meanings. The Palyadasis employ this training to stimulate Shringar Ras in Shri Radha Mukunda. The Sakhis ask Shri Krishna, O best among clever persons, what is young and old, both bound and liberated, and pure but also in darkness? Perplexed, Shri Krishna begins to think. After some time, he laughs loudly and says, Shri Kishori's hair, Bal, at which point the Sakhis burst out laughing. The Sakhis please Shri Krishna with such riddles during Rasa-vilas while roaming in the forest, one vihar and at other times. Shri Radha, who is skilled in all arts, inspires her Sakhis to please Krishna in this way. Furthermore, when they play the captivating veena, having learned the art from Shri Radha, Shyam Sundar's heartstrings resound. The Acharyas give the following conclusion for sadhakas. Attachment, asakti, eagerness, utkantha, and service filled with the relish of Prem Ras are attained by associating with Rasik Bhaktas. In Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Shri Narottam Das Thakur says, Rasika Bhakta Sange, Rahiba Priti Range, Brajapure Vasati Kariya. One attains one's cherished desire by associating with and serving Rasik Bhaktas and by taking shelter of the land of Braj. Text 22. Swasankalp Prakash Stotra 6 expresses the acceptance of Vishakha Sakhi, whose beautiful voice defeats the sound of the cuckoo bird as Shiksha Guru. Kuhu Kanthi Kanthad Api Kamala Kanthi Mai Punar Vishakha Ganiyasya Apicha Ruchir Shiksham Pranayatu Yatha Aham Tenatid Yuva Yugalam Ullasa Saganal labhe rase tasman, mani padak haran iha muhu. May Vishakha, whose voice is sweeter than the cuckoo, teach me the captivating art of singing. With that singing, I will please the youthful couple Shri Radha Krishna during the Ras dance and will receive from them gifts, such as jeweled lockets and necklaces, again and again. Kuhu Kantha Tiraskari, Vishakha Sundari, Gan Vidya Shikhaibe More Kripa Kari. Se Gane Radha Krishne Rase Ulasiva, Mani Padakadi, Paritoshika Paiva. Bhajan-Rahasya Vritti. In this text, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami prays to receive training in singing from Shri Vishakha Devi. With this training, Rati Manjari considered herself blessed to sing songs that are endowed with a variety of ras and fragrant with cleverness in amorous ras. She sings these songs to please the divine couple during the Rātri-līlā, the crown jewel of all pastimes, and thus receives many kinds of gifts from them. Rati Manjari knows the desire of Shyam-sundar, and on the direction of Swamini, she sings wonderfully melodious songs with her sweet, pleasing voice. She has learned to sing so beautifully from Vishakha, whose soft, pleasant voice defeats the attractive kuhu-kuhu sound of the cuckoo bird. During the Rasa dance, which is filled with an abundance of tasteful mellows, Rati Manjari sings intoxicating, sweet notes in harmony with Vishakha. Shri Radha Madhav become overjoyed by this and give their priceless necklaces and other ornaments to her as gifts. This remuneration makes the heart of Rati Manjari's guru, Vishakha Devi, blossom with joy. Understanding that her efforts have been successful, Vishakha Devi profusely praises Rati Manjari. Vishakha, who is both dear to and non-different from Shri Radha, is zealous in her service. She is extremely clever in the art of speaking, and she even defeats Shri Krishna in that art. Krishna is also pleased by her smiling and laughing. Shri Das Goswami, fixed in his swarup as Rati Manjari, is eager to learn speech that is full of joking, full of clever ras, and cooling like camphor. Therefore, to learn to speak in this supremely relishable, intoxicating way that is related to Madhurya Ras, he accepts Vishakha as Guru. Text 23. Shri Gita Govinda 1.12 describes the ecstasy of the Rasa dance, the eternal Ras-vilas of Krishna and the Braja Sundaris. Vishvesham anuranjanena jananyan anandam indrivara Shreni Shamla Komeler Upanainan Angir Angotasvam Swachandam Braja Sundari Bhir Abhitaha Pratyangam Alingitaha Shingaraha Sakhi Murtiman Eva Madho Mugdho Harihi Kridati. O Sakhi, he who gives pleasure and bliss to all the gopis, whose limbs are bluish black, very soft and resemble blue lotuses, whose qualities awaken the festival of Kandarpa, Cupid, that lies dormant within the gopis' hearts, and who is embraced by each and every limb of the gopis, that Krishna is sporting like amorous love personified in the spring season. Madhu Ritu Madhukar Panti, Madhur Kusum Madhu Mati, Madhur Vrindavan Maj, Madhur Madhur Rasaraj, Madhur Natini Gan Sang, Madhur Madhur Rasarang, Sumadhur Yantr Rasal, Madhur Madhur Gharatal, Madhur Natan Gati Bhang, Madhur Natani Natarang, Madhur Madhur Rasagan, Madhur Vidyapati Bhan. Bhajan-Rahasya Vritti. The crown jewel of connoisseur of mellows, Dhir Lalit Nayak, Brajendra Nandan Shri Krishna, appears as Kamadev personified and relishes Shingaras with the Brajadevis. One Sakhi informs her friend that in a nearby forest of Kunjas, Shri Krishna is absorbed in Ras Vilas with the young gopis. She says, "Look, Sakhi, look, just see how Krishna, possessed by an eager desire for captivating amorous sports, is bound by the embraces of the young woman of Braj. One Gop Ramani is lovingly embracing Shri Krishna, and sweetly singing. Another gopi is pressing against Shri Krishna with her uplifted hard breasts. One Goparamni with heavy hips is blooming with prem. On the pretext of whispering into his ear, she fulfills her heartfelt wish by kissing him. On the pretext of whispering into his ear, he fulfills her heartfelt wish by kissing him. Shri Krishna is also increasing the love of the beautiful women of Braj by embracing and kissing them and pleasing them with his smiling, sidelong glances. Shri Hari, not considering right or wrong, displays his charming pastimes with the Goparamnis in the spring season. He creates a great festival of Cupid by awarding the ras longed for by the Brasundaris with his soft, bluish-black limbs which resemble a blue lotus. He is freely embracing and touching the Brajramnis, thus manifesting himself as the personification of Shringar Ras. The word Indrivara in this text indicates coolness. The word Shreni indicates relishing ever fresh mellows. Shamala indicates beauty and Komal indicates extreme softness. Text 24. Jagannath Vallabh Natak 3.11 describes the happiness the gopis feel upon attaining Shri Krishna's darshan after being separated from him. In other words, it describes the condition of the gopis when they are meeting with him. Yada yato daivan madhu ripur aso lochan patham tadasmakam cheto madan hata kinartham abhut punar yasmin esha shanam api drishyor eti padavim vidhasyamas tasminin akhil ghatika ratna khachitaha. Shri Radha said, "From the moment Shri Krishna, the enemy of Madhu demon, unexpectedly came before my eyes, wicked Cupid stole my heart. Nonetheless, if he will come within my vision again, I will decorate those moments with jewels. Je kale va swapane dekhinu vamshi vadane sei kale aila dui veri anand ar madan hari neel mor man dekhite na painu netra bhari puna jadi kaunashan कराए कृष्ण दर्शन तबे से घटी शानुपल दिया माल्य चंदन नाना रत्न आभरण अलंकृत करीमो सकल." Bhajan Rasya Vritti. This text, written by Sri Rai Ramanan, describes Sri Radha's deep attachment for Sri Krishna, which she expressed to her intimate friend Madanika. Madanika consoles her saying, "Why are you so sad? Just see, the captivating fragrance of the newly blossomed Ketaki flowers attracts the bumblebee from afar. But if the bumblebee finds no honey in the flower over which it hovers, doesn't it abandon that flower? Similarly, you became attracted by seeing Shri Krishna's lotus face, but in Krishna there was no prem. And even if Krishna has prem, he has no understanding of how much prem you have. So it is only appropriate to give him up." Shri Radha contained herself and then said, "All right, I will now give him up." She shuddered, her heart full of fear, and then, with a trembling voice, said, "O Sakhi, I have given him up as you told me, but I cannot give up my memories of his beauty and qualities. As much as I try to forget him, to that degree memories arise in my mind of his gentle, soft, smiling lotus face and his reddish bimba fruit-like lips on which the Vamshi splendidly rests. When I receive this enchanting darshan, two enemies, Madan, Cupid, and Anand, joy, appear and obstruct my vision." Saying this, Shri Radha lost external consciousness and fainted. Such a condition resulted from her increased longing to have Shri Krishna's darshan. This longing caused an inexpressible happiness to arise in her heart, and she was overwhelmed by a deep yearning to serve Krishna with her body. Later, Shri Radha said to Madanika, "O Sakhi, if Krishna gives me his darshan now, I will not let these two enemies, Madan and Anand, enter my heart. and I will take darshan of him to my full satisfaction. I will decorate the moments that give me darshan of my beloved with garlands, sandalwood paste, and various jeweled ornaments. Text 25. The midnight pastimes, Rātri-līlā, are described in Govind Lilamrit 22.1. Tavukto labdha sango bahu paricharane vrinda aradhya mano preshta labhir santo vipin vihar gan rasadhi lase nana lila nitanto pranay sehchari vrind sansevya mano radha krishno nishayayam sukusum shayane prapta nidro smrami. At night, Radha and Krishna were very anxious to see one another finally meet. Their dear gopis worshipped them by performing many services. Radha and Krishna became exhausted from roaming in the forest, singing, dancing in the Rātri-līlā, and performing other pastimes with those most beloved Sakhis. Their group of loving maidservants then served them by fanning them, offering them camphor and tambul, massaging their feet, and so forth. Then the divine couple go to sleep on a bed of flowers. I remember that Radha Krishna. Vrinda paricharja paya, preshtali ganer laya, Radha Krishna rasadi kalila, Geet lasya kaila kat, seva kaila saki jat, kusum shayaya duho shoila, nisha bhage nidra gela, sabe anandit haila, Sakhi gan paranande bhase, e sukh shayan smari, bhaj man radha hari, se leela parveshare ashe. Bhajan Rahasya Vritti. The Sakhis returned to Javadgram from Nand Bhavan with various kinds of food preparations given by Dhanishta or Kundalata that are mixed with Krishna's Adhramrit, the nectar of his lips. By the beauty and fragrance of these preparations, the eyes and nose of Swamini and the other Sakhis are satisfied. The Sakhis also bring some indication of the place of rendezvous, Abhisar. At night, when everyone is sleeping, the Sakhis dress and decorate Shri Swamini with cloths and ornaments suitable to the face of the moon and take her for Abhisar. Swamini meets her beloved at the designated place and they relish joking, playing dice, Rātri-līlā, and other pastimes. The young couple then rest on the bed of flowers, which has been prepared by the Sakhis. At the end of the night, they awaken, much to the happiness of the Sakhis. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's concluding words to Shri Bhajan Rahasya. Sadhanare sahe ashtakala lila dhan, chintite chintite krame siddha bhavapan, sarup siddhite braje prakat avasthan, gunmay gopi dehe lilar vitan, Krishna kripa bale gunmay vaputyaji, aprakat braje gopi saloke adi bhaji, nitya kal shuddha dehe Radha Krishna seva, sthul ling sang bodh har paye keva, Hare Krishna naam gane nitya mukta bhave, purna premanand labh अनयास्य पावे, देख भाई साधने सिद्धि ते एक ही भाव, कबू नाही छाड़े नाम सो किया प्रभाव, अतएव नाम गाओ नाम कर सार, आर कौनो साधने रे ना करो विचार. The Raganuga Bhakta and especially the Rupanuga Bhakta remember Shri Radha Krishna Yugal's night pastimes, and while chanting the holy name they humbly pray, when will I attain service in these pastimes? The sadhaka remembers these pastimes in the association of Rasik Bhaktas and gradually attains perfection. Upon attaining Sarup Siddhi, he takes birth in a gopi's house in Prakat-līlā by the arrangement of Yogmaya. There, under the guidance of Krishna's eternal associates, his seva in the pastimes matures. He gives up his attachment to family, etc., and attains the body of a gopi in the Aprakat-līlā of eternal Vrindavan. There, he is forever absorbed in serving Radha and Krishna in his perfected body. At the time of sadhan, The gross and subtle bodies are obstacles in attaining one's eternal service. However, constant performance of Hare Krishna Nama Kirtan manifests the sadhaka's pure identity, Shuddha Sarupa. The sadhaka bhakta who follows Ragamar, the path of spontaneous devotion, remembers pastimes by means of his internally contemplated body. The bhavs upon which the sadhak meditates at the time of sadhana will be attained by him at the time of perfection. Thus ends the Aṣṭama-yāma-sādhana, Rātri-līlā of Shri Bhajan Rahasya. Thus ends Shri Bhajan Rahasya.